This video looks at a method of separating mixtures. In this case, we are looking at the point where we are separating two substances or more, and where we would like to keep all of the substances. In the previous video, we've looked at the method of evaporation or crystallization. During that, we use the different boiling points to separate the mixtures, but one of the substances is always lost, generally the water, where it is evaporated into the atmosphere. This method is called distillation. In distillation, we use the principle of the fact that they have different boiling points to separate the mixtures, but instead of losing one of the substances, we retain them. In the setup that you can see, we have a round bottom flask which is placed over a Bunsen burner which is heating the substance in there. We have ethanol and water in our round bottom flask. We then have a tall column going up. This is called a fractionating column. Now this is usually used when we have more than two substances that we wish to extract. At the very top there is a thermometer. This allows us to keep a check on the temperature of the substances coming up, to monitor the boiling points, to make sure that we only have the substance we require. Coming off to the right is a condenser. Now the condenser is a hollow tube which has another tube running around the outside which has cold water running through it. As the substances are heated, the one with the lower boiling point, in this case the ethanol, will evaporate. As it evaporates, the particles will go up the fractionating column. When they have enough energy, they will reach the top and the gas particles will go down the condenser. As they go down the condenser, the cold water around the outside will cool it down. As it cools it down, it will turn it back into a liquid and the ethanol will drip out the bottom. Now this separates just two substances. If we wished it to separate more, what we would have is a range of condensers coming off of the side that would collect the substances at different boiling points. As you can see here, the liquid is now boiling and the substances have started to evaporate up the fractionating column. And now you can see the ethanol dripping out of the end of the condenser. We are collecting this in a beaker ready to test. I have poured the substance from the beaker into this watch glass, and as I touch it with the splint you can see that it burns, proving that it's not the water that we gained from the distillation but the ethanol.